Welcome back friends. In the last lecture we have discussed about Cartesian coordinate system, how to represent any point P or A in the Cartesian coordinate system. This representation we have gone through. Now today in this lecture we will discuss about cylindrical coordinate system. It is also called circular cylindrical coordinate system. Now imagine, because this is difficult for me to show it here. Let's say I am having a certain cylinder. Okay, I am having a certain cylinder like this. The very raw diagram I am drawing here, and this is any point P on the surface of coordinate system. If someone asks me what will be the coordinates of this particular point P, you will definitely say this point P is at the radius, because if I consider this as axis of this particular cylinder, so the point P will be located at radius, and now this rho is a radius of this cylindrical coordinate system. If rho is a radius, so point P must have first coefficient or first coordinate as rho. The thing is clear. The second thing, now radius cannot be negative. Since radius cannot be negative, the limits of radius will be 0 less than rho less than infinity. So we may have cylinder of radius 0. Yes, we can have that. We can consider as a straight line. We can have a positive radius, but we cannot have a negative radius. So the limits of rho will be from 0 to infinity. Consider this point P for a time being. We have taken a cross section of a cylinder where this point P is located. This point P is located exactly at the radius of rho. First thing is clear, and the first coordinate is clear. Now imagine the curved surface, this curved surface of a cylinder, if you can imagine. So this cylinder, now imagine one thing, a rectangle is taken and rectangle is rotated about this z-axis. If rectangle is rotated about z-axis either in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction, it will trace a circle and it will trace a cylinder. So or in your graphics you might have understood, so the front view of a cylinder look like a rectangle. Is it clear? So if I can imagine a rectangle here, if a rectangle is here, this point P must be having this particular angle, because this is a curve. This is not just a point, this is a curve, and this is angle measured from positive direction of x-axis. So this angle is called phi. Phi angle is also called azimuth angle or azimuthal angle. So the second coefficient of this point P will be, first coefficient will be rho, second coefficient will be phi. What is phi? Phi is the azimuthal angle, because we are traveling on the curved surface of a cylinder, and this point P is located at certain angle phi. The angle is measured from positive direction of x-axis. So this is a phi angle. Once this is clear, a cylinder is having certain height. So this point P will be at certain height of the cylinder, and that will be parallel to z-axis. So this will be z coordinate. These z coordinates in the Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system are one and the same. I will repeat this point. The z coordinate in Cartesian coordinate system and cylindrical coordinate system is same, because since z is a simple distance measured from the z-axis. So if a point P is located, there will be three unit vectors, one in the direction a rho bar, another in the direction of phi, curved surface a phi bar, and third vector in the direction of az, that is az bar. Is it okay? It is in the direction of height. Okay, so this a rho bar will be in the direction of radius a rho bar, a phi bar will be direction on this curved surface phi, that is azimuth, and az bar will be unit vector in the direction of z. Now if I am talking about phi, let's decide now the limits of phi. Limits of phi will be from 0 to 2 pi, because 2 pi will be an angle of a circle. So if I am traveling around this periphery of a cylinder, and if I look a cylinder from the bottom view or the top view, it look like a circle. So the angle of circle is 2 pi. So the angle of phi will be from 0 to 2 pi. What about z? The z axis or z coordinate in the cylindrical coordinate system is same as that of Cartesian coordinate system. So I can assume az bar, or this z coefficient is having minus infinity to plus infinity. So understanding the limits is very important thing in the cylindrical coordinate system. The limits of rho will be from 0 to infinity, limits of phi will be from 0 to 2 pi, and limits of z will be from minus infinity to plus infinity. So any point, let's take this particular point Q, the coefficients will be a radius, the angle which is traced by this particular rectangle, and finally the height at which point we have located this point Q from the bottom of this particular cylinder. Okay, a question arises now. If it is a cylindrical coordinate system or a certain structure is having cylindrical geometry, we will go for cylindrical coordinate system, and certain structure is having a Cartesian symmetry or rectangular symmetry, we will go for rectangular coordinate system. Now the question arises whether a conversion factor exists between cylindrical and Cartesian. If a certain point is given in the Cartesian coordinate system, can we convert it into cylindrical? And vice versa, if it is given in the cylindrical, can we convert into Cartesian? Yes, we can. How to do that? Let's look at this particular point. Before that, any vector a bar, if I want to represent a bar in the cylindrical coordinate system, it will be represented as arrow bar, a phi bar, az bar. So the first is a coefficient of that point. So coefficient of point P is arrow, a phi, az. These are the coordinates of this particular point, and those coefficients will be taken here. So arrow minus 0, small arrow bar, plus a phi minus 0, a phi bar, plus az minus 0, small az bar. So these are vectors, and this is a scalar entity, or this is certain numbers. This capital arrow, a phi and az are numbers. Let's look at the conversion thing now. So conversion of xyz into rho phi z. So this thing you might have studied in the complex number also, where you have studied. So let's say this is a point P which is represented as small x comma y comma z, which is equivalent to P rho comma phi comma z, rho comma phi comma z. Now how we can represent? See, I have taken the projection of this point downwards at this particular point, and I have drawn a line from origin, and now to get this azimuthal angle, I have denoted this with a phi. Secondly, once I got this point, I have drawn a parallel line to the x-axis and parallel line to the y-axis. Now, according to the trigonometric concept, we know, see, this is angle phi and this is a 90-degree angle. This is a 90-degree angle. So, this is 90-degree angle, this is phi. So, if this is rho will be a hypotenuse of this right angle triangle, rho will be hypotenuse. So, the opposite side will be opposite upon hypotenuse, rho by phi. So, if I see opposite upon hypotenuse, so y by rho will be equal to sin phi, so y equal to rho sin phi. Then adjacent side of the angle will be a cos phi. So if I want to represent this in the cos phi direction, what I can write? Cos phi is equal to adjacent x upon rho, or x equal to rho cos phi. Since it is a parallelogram law of a vector is applicable here also, and here we will see that x equal to rho cos phi and y equal to rho sin phi according to this trigonometric identity we have got. And if I want to calculate this rho, how I can calculate the value of rho? Rho is equal to what I can get? See, this is a hypotenuse, so according to the Pythagoras theorem, it will be x square plus y square. So what is x and what is y now? X equal to rho sin phi and y equal to rho sin phi and x equal to rho cos phi. So we will get this rho as under root of x square plus y square. Phi is equal to tan inverse of y by x, that is opposite upon adjacent, and z equal to z. So x equal to rho cos phi, y equal to rho sin phi, and z is z. Z the same in the Cartesian coordinate system, it will be same in the cylindrical coordinate system too. So right now we'll stop our discussion about a cylindrical coordinate system. In the next lecture we'll talk about spherical coordinate system. At that point, by that time, you just try to understand the differences and how these Cartesian coordinate system are converted into cylindrical and cylindrical into Cartesian. We already know that. So till then, stay home, stay safe and keep learning. Thank you very much.